Okay, Larry, we are in a conference. We've got the Deputy Commissioner of Police and Force Public Relations Officer, Moshood, also on the line this morning, perhaps to respond to what you've just talked about. Good morning, Mr. Moshood, and thank you for joining us today. Could you...
good morning. Thank you for having me.
All right, so could you tell us, is this the case? Why is the governor's security details not restored yet?
Thank you so much. As we speak, the governor of Ekiti State has the full complement of the police personnel attached to the government house. It's quite unfortunate. There's a certain words that is not expected of public office holder to be used on television on both sides, from our side and their side. But what I can say that all the assertion by the last speaker and even the governor himself is not correct. The governor is entitled to right to life to virtually all the rights as every Nigerian do. But I want to say abundantly clear that the government house in Ekiti State have more than 100 police personnel. We have a full unit of 63 mobile men that is attached to the government house. We have the explosive ordnance department, the special protection unit, the ADC, the CSOs, and even the ODB. And if the governor is saying that the government was sealed off, how did he enter yesterday in the morning? He came in around 3 a.m. in the morning, and it is quite important for him to let the public know the truth. There have been a lot of drama. So I think every average Nigerian wouldn't take any response or any reaction from the governor of the state as serious, because we protect it. He, as we speak, is the executive governor of Ekiti State until the handing over date. And he's entitled to all the protection that we have to give him. And as we, before you even called me, the commissioner for police in Ekiti State who spoke, and he told me there's no any single personnel of attached to government house in Ekiti State that is still at the command headquarters. The withdrawal was total, and it was from every politician as at that day. And the governor's ADC, CSO, OTLI, and those that protect personal and immediate protection to the governor were not withdrawn, because we can't expose the governor to any security risk or threat before, during, and after the election. So part of the strategy in ensuring adequate security in the election process is that you don't make men available. There's strict instruction that they should not follow politicians to polling booth. But the chief of staff carried 4 to 5 policemen to the polling booth, and the chief of staff was arrested. He made statement, was granted bail, so that the police action will not be seen as if we are against anybody. And when the matter will be taken to court, definitely will be invited. And the police personnel, as we speak, are following to the election, to the polling area, in detention. So I will want all Nigerians that listen to discontinue and disregard the assertion by the governor, because he, as we speak, has not even talked to the commissioner of police and said, okay, even if what he's saying, he has some certain reservations about the security personnel, he should talk to the commissioner of police in the state, which nothing like that has been done. And the commissioner of police have confirmed to me this morning that no any security personnel attached to the state government is at the command headquarters.
Okay.
All of them have been virtually returned.
All right, Moshood, let me Mr. Moshood, let me ask this. Where the governor's security details were drawn last week, Wednesday?
There was no such withdrawal. The ADC was with him, the CSO was with him, then the other were with him. Why they were asked to come to the command headquarters was because, like he said, and I want to make reference to that the government house was invaded. The government house in Ekiti State was never invaded. The governor was never attacked. Every Nigerian has seen, even on the social media.
But Mr. Moshood,
no. That's where I'm going to, if you allow me, please. The drama that is going around about the governor being attacked, that was why the ADC and the CSO were invited to the command headquarters while the police was investigating the matter, to know where were they when the governor was being attacked. Because you can't have your ADC, your CSO, and other police personnel, including the personnel of other services, because it's not only the police personnel that are in the government house, including personnel of other services. Why were they when the governor was being attacked? That is why they were called to the command headquarters, and they made statement affirming that the governor was not attacked. that there was virtually nothing like that. So enough of the drama by His Excellency, the Governor of Ekiti State, because the process and the procedure in police deployment is duly followed. No single police person attached.
All right, but we saw a police wireless message, which was saying that some of those security details will be withdrawn or should be withdrawn. That was what that wireless message read. And when we spoke to, I think it was the AIG as well, he made the assertion to the same thing, that security were going to be withdrawn. And if you're saying that none of them were withdrawn, does that mean that what both communication meant was not the case?
Thank you so much. I think there's a mix-up here. Even in the press release, as directed by the Inspector General of Police, that all police personnel attached to politicians will be withdrawn. They were asked to come to the command headquarters to make statements. The ADC, the CSOs, and the updates were asked to come to and they were subsequently returned that same day. But the number in the government house was pruned down. Like I said earlier on, before the election, and they were virtually returned immediately after the election.
Not just the government house, the governor's security details.
When you are talking about government security detail, you know, the government is a large area. The government security detail are the ADC, the CSO, equally the admin officer that are administering the personnel within the government house. Those were not withdrawn. They came to the command of the statement and returned to their duty post that same day.
Okay, let me get to Moshood now. Let me get to Moshood on this. Moshood,
yes,
what must be done at this point in time to ensure that we have that balance, just so that we can do away with all of these concerns?
Thank you so much. I wish to say once again that what the last speaker have said is not correct. It's not. We cannot continue to argue here. It's better we place the fact on the ground. The fact remains that this is not the first election, gubernatorial election that we had. We had in Edo during this administration. You know, Bayelsa came first, Edo, Ondo, Anambra before Ekiti. We don't have all this kind of dramatic sensationals and the people trying to weigh on public sentiment. The fact still remains that the Executive Governor of Ekiti State, His Excellency Fayose, the state governor of Ekiti State, and we are providing maximum security back to the government house. We put out the number. He said the wireless message. Wireless message is internal communication of the Nigerian police force. Whatever it's reading, whether it is true or not, for us to now be able to verify, which I so much believe the signal is to withdraw those personnel, and they were returned immediately after the election. That is the truth. And the governor, even yesterday when he was going to the additional ruler, it was on television that police personnel were following. Those personnel that were for the protection of the governor were adequately in place throughout the period of the election, because we can't expose the governor to any security threat. And like I keep on saying, if he's asking that what will happen in 2019, wait for 2019. 2011 general election was held. In 2015 general election was held. We don't have all this. So we want members of the public and Nigerians to see that this is another turn in drama. If election, we've been able to, we've done our best. Election have been peaceful. We've ensured a secure environment for a free and fair election. And we've concluded our own. I don't talk for other services. I think those other services is mentioned, we call it come up and react for all the allegations. But all the allegations are just hearsay. He's not presently on ground.
All right.
The government house to be able to tell what is going on there. The Commissioner of Police is on ground, and he has said all the personnel that attached to government house, more than 100 of them, are back in the government house. And the government house is not barricaded. No any police personnel.
All right. Okay, gentlemen. We need to anchor at this point, but we'll check and see if those submissions that you've made, both of you have made, maybe our correspondent will go back there and see what the situation is currently at the moment. Well, we have to thank you both for talking to us, Larry Olayinka and Jimoh Moshood. Thank you for talking to us today.